Hola, hola. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Debt Free Latina podcast. I am your host, Mayra Garcia, and I am so excited that you are here. We're going to be talking about where have I been, what's been going on, what do I envision for the podcast going forward. We're going to talk about inflation, the job market, the housing market, a little bit of everything because it is a crazy time right now. And to start off, where have I been? I've been here. I am still helping clients get out of debt, get organized with their finances. And one thing I've noticed is that there is a lot of people in the healthcare industry that have reached out recently. So, if you are in the healthcare industry, if you are a corporate baddie, that is who I serve. And I am so happy to be directing and helping people get out of debt and really start building wealth. That is my passion and that's what I love to do. So if that's something that you want help with, make sure to reach out to me, info@debtfreelatina.com. Also, I'd love to hear your messages and what you want me to touch on the podcast. If you have any specific questions that you want me to answer, please make sure to message me. I will for sure get back to you, whether it's a DM on Instagram at debtfree.latina or an email. All right. So inflation. Why is it so high? And why is it a crazy time right now? It seems like everything is costing more, from insurance to food to clothing. It seems like all our bills are going up. And it's really hard right now with a lot of businesses not doing well. So that means a lot of people aren't getting their raises, which doesn't keep up with inflation. And right now it feels like we're getting pay cuts everywhere. And if you're in that situation, you are not alone. It is definitely a common theme right now. And the job market. I was looking for a job for a while. And let me tell you, to get a call back right now, it is so hard. It is not you. It is a rough job market right now. And it's a little scary because, to be honest, I felt like I've never really struggled to find a job. I've never really struggled during an interview. I've never struggled with that. And so to actually be up against it, it was eye-opening. It was very concerning. It was a little scary. But luckily, I worked my network and I was able to get a job again. But gosh, that was difficult. And it still feels like it's a difficult season for a lot, especially with like AI coming in the mix now and like there's not an actual person looking at your resume. It's actually AI that's like screening before an actual human reads your resume. And it's like, what do you do? Because this AI, it's like it's the future and we have to start using it, and I understand that, but it's like I also fight it because it's like, but my brain, I want to use my brain. I don't want to forget how to critically think and how to build a resume. But using these tools is a little scary sometimes, but I did and I used them and I'm still learning a lot about AI. And this is just one new thing and new change that is happening to all of us in the world. And it's one of those things where it feels like if you don't adapt, then you're going to fall behind. And that's the scary part where it's like I'm fighting it. And I don't know about you, how you feel about it, but it feels like we have to adapt to it and we have to learn how to use these tools that are new and that are fairly new. I mean, I don't think I had heard about like Jasper and all of these tools back in like what was that? Maybe 2020, 2021 was the first time I actually saw an AI tool that I got my hands on. But I never thought like in the next 5 years we'd be here. Like never. It's a little scary. But I guess we have to embrace it. I'd love to hear your thoughts about AI and how that's affecting the job market because it is crazy. The housing market. The housing market right now is in a really weird situation because we have a lot of people that have a really low interest rate that are pretty much feel stuck in their home because if they move, they will get a higher interest rate. But then you have these restrictions of you have to have a really high income to get a home at this time because the prices of homes really haven't gone down and they're high right now. They're high, and yes, we're seeing a small increase in foreclosures, and everything's on sale. It feels like if you're in a tough situation, you're trying to sell, and life happens too. There's a lot of like job changes, and people move across the country all the time, and they're having to sell their house, and it's not selling, and it's just a rough time if you're trying to sell or buy a home right now. The requirements for a mortgage right now are just so strict because of what happened in 2008, which is understandable, but it's like something's got to give. And I think that the prices will start coming down slowly. It seems like they're starting to come down a little bit, but it's very slow. It's just a very different time from when I started the podcast in 2020 to now. It feels like, wow, it's been 6 years now and it's just so different. Life is so different. What do I envision for the podcast? I envision people calling in and asking me questions. I envision a lot of collaborations. So if you are in the industry and would love to be a part of the podcast, make sure to reach out. I have a form you can fill out online where you can apply to be a guest on the show. And yeah, that's what I envision. I hope to bring you more information of what's going on, some current events, and what I predict might happen. Not that it will, but you start seeing trends and you start to understand how the market ebbs and flows. And I'd love to talk to realtors. I'd love to talk to career coaches that are really understanding how this AI is affecting the job market. And yeah, that's what I envision bringing onto the show. So if you are interested, I invite you to tune in, subscribe, and follow. The next couple weeks are going to be interviews that I've conducted, and I'm so excited for you to meet these Latinas that are talking about money and that are creating change in the world. And I'm so excited to bring them to you, and I hope you enjoy that. So stay tuned. See you all next week.